Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. How are you all? Today we are going to continue the remaining part of our first chapter. The subject is computer science. Lesson name is Fundamentals of Computer and I am your teacher Miss Asma. Students, we already covered few topics in the first part and those are what is computer and evolution of computers that consist of different eras which shows the different inventions and development. Now we are going to continue with the remaining topics included in this chapter, and the first topic is generation of computers. First generation of computers. The main features are duration is 1940 to 1956. It was based on vacuum tubes, very large in size, use machine language that is zeros and ones. Magnetic drums were used as primary internal storage medium and punch cards for input. Computers of this generation were primarily used for scientific and research purposes. Example of first generation of computers are electronic, numerical, integrator and calculator, and the short form is ENIAC, and universal automatic computer, the short form is UNIVAC. This type of uh, picture is showing the type of computers used in first generation, the technologies. Now the second generation, and the salient features are duration is 1956 to 1963. Because of transistors, computers become smaller, faster, cheaper and more efficient. Assembly language and a high-level language Fortran were introduced. Magnetic core was used as primary internal storage and punch cards were used for input. Batch processing and multi-programming operating systems were used for commercial production, scientific and engineering analysis and designs, and the examples are IBM 7094 and IBM 1401. Now the third generation of computers. The duration was 1964 to 1971. ICs or integrated circuits decrease size of computers and increase the speed and efficiency more. Use of high-level programming languages, and those were Pascal and COBOL. Keyboard used for input and monitor for output. Time sharing and real-time operating systems were used, and the examples are IBM 360 and IBM 370. Now, the fourth generation of computers. The duration is 1971 to present. Invention of microprocessor was the revolutionary thing. Faster, less expensive, smaller and more reliable computers. Semiconductor memories like RAM and ROM and magnetic storage become very popular. High-level languages were introduced like C, C++ and Java. Computers of this generation are used in every field of life like space applications, business and artworks. Time sharing and real-time operating systems are used. GUI or graphical user interface was introduced, and the examples are Apple Macintosh and IBM PC. Here is the picture of microprocessor you can see. The last is fifth generation of computers and the duration is present and beyond. Fifth generation computing devices are still being developed and the development is going on. Computers in this generation will be capable of self-learning, reasoning, and generalization. Machines will be able to process human languages, and these computers are controlled machines like robots. Our next topic is classification of computers, and the classification is like three types. according to the technology and type of data handled, according to size, and according to purpose. According to technology or type of data they handle, the types are analog computers, and this is the picture, an example of analog computers. Analog computers are those which process and shows results like in variate or continuous form. The second one is digital computer, and digital computers are those like normal PCs, desktop computers that basically work on exact figures or exact results like digital figures or zeros or ones. And the third is hybrid, that is basically the combination of both analog and digital features. According to size, supercomputers, they are very like huge and special purpose type of computers and engage in very special activities. Mainframes are also very huge and special purpose and require technical expertise. Mini computers, they are smaller in size for general purposes, and microcomputers. According to purpose, general purpose, they are like used everywhere in offices and banks and schools for all the general purposes and applications. Here is the picture. As you can see, it's similar to a desktop PC. And the last is special purpose computers. They are like dedicated computers, dedicated for some special type of or special purpose of applications. Our next topic is role of computers. The role of computer in our life is increasing day by day. Computers are largely used in every field of life: manufacturing, e-commerce, education, medical, banking, communication, entertainment, engineering, agriculture, architecture, business, defense, and sports are highly influenced by computers. Like every type of field requires now computer expertise, and everywhere computer is engaged. Careers in IT fields is our next topic. As you know that computer knowledge and computer studies is now part of every curriculum, every stage of studies required computer as a main subject. Also, you are studying from very primary classes till your higher classes. Today, computer science plays a key role in all fields of life. Computer sciences jobs are ranked as having some of the highest salaries in the world. It's no surprise that computer science and information technology, or IT, are changing tomorrow's job market. Let's look at different careers that are present in the IT sector now. Like software engineers, these are the people who are engaged in development and designing of different type of softwares or applications. Network administrator, for the network designing and administrative type of job, network administrator is basically the field. Web designers, these are the people who design websites which we access through internet. Graphic designers for all type of animation and like graphical activities. Information security analysts, these are the people who always their job is to provide all type of you can say protection over the internet. Computer science or IT teacher, as I am your teacher. The next is computer hardware. Computer hardware and software are two different type of things. So first we study computer hardware. Computers consist of software and hardware. These are the main types. Software is the programs and application that runs on computer, and hardware is the physical parts of the computer that runs those programs and applications. Computer hardware is collection of all the physical parts or components of computer. It includes the computer casing, the CPU or central processing unit, computer memory, VGA graphics cards, sound cards, and motherboard. The first is system unit. A system unit is the part of computer that contains the primary devices, that is motherboard, Here you can see the picture of motherboard, microprocessor or CPU. This is the picture you can see. And microprocessor consists of few major parts, that is arithmetic and logic unit, ALU, control unit which controls all the function, clock, registers, and cache. Number third is buses. These are the parts over which all the data travels here and there in different components. Number second is input devices. Input devices are used to enter data into computers. Includes text entering data, pointing devices, image scanners. Other type of input devices includes touch screen, MICR and MSR. But the main commonly used input devices are keyboard and mouse. Output devices that sends data from a computer to another device or user. Soft copy output devices. The monitor is the biggest example of soft copy output devices. Definitely whatever data is input in the computer, after processing, first we see the result or output on monitor. That is called soft copy. Data projectors, our different type of presentations which we used to make in PowerPoint, we use data projectors to show them on different type of boards. Speakers for the voice. Hard copy output devices includes printers, plotters. Now the storage devices. A storage device refers to a hardware used to store information. Primary storage includes the computer for which the data stores during processing. ROM, read-only memory, is parts of the internal primary storage, and RAM, random access memory. Secondary storage devices have a larger storage capacity and can store data permanently. That is the hard disk, CD, DVD, SD card, and flash drive. Now the basic operations of a computer. A computer is a machine that acts according to the instructions given by the user. A computer performs following operations: input, processing, storage, and output. These are the four basic operations carries into the computer, like giving input and the processing, the data stored inside, and the final result or output. Computer software. Software is a set of instructions that a computer uses to perform a task. It is a general terms for a computer program. The main are system software, and the example is operating system. You know, as if the operating system is not properly installed on your computer or your laptop, you are not able to perform any type of task. First you want your system to be properly boot and ready to do further tasks. So an operating system is very necessary to be installed properly on your system. Device drivers. Utility programs includes different type of like softwares. From with the help of those you can scan viruses and do different utilities. Language translators, the examples are assembler, compiler, and interpreter. Now application softwares. Application softwares is used to complete specific type of tasks such as creating documents, databases, spreadsheets, and presentations. Like any type of software that is for a specific type of task. Like for creating documents, you required MS Word. For databases, you required MS Access. For spreadsheets, MS Excel. And for presentations, PowerPoint. So these are the different types of app for like you are using for different such type of applications inside the computers. The examples are productivity software, business software, entertainment software, educational software. This is it, students, for the rest of the topics which we study in the part second of chapter 1. Thank you.